Most men think that winning a woman's heart is about the money in your bank account, the car you drive, or how many hours you spend at the gym. They are wrong. While those things might get you a glance, they will never get you her devotion. To truly make a woman fall for you, to make her feel a pull toward you that she can't even explain, you have to master the art of the psychological compliment. You have to speak to the parts of her that the rest of the world ignores. Most guys go for the low-hanging fruit. They tell her she's pretty, beautiful, or hot. She's heard those words 1,000 times from 1,000 different men. To her, those words are white noise. They mean nothing because they require zero effort and zero observation. If you want to stand out, if you want to be the man she thinks about when she's falling asleep, you need to go deeper. You need to validate her identity, not just her appearance. You need to trigger the dopamine and oxytocin in her brain by proving that you actually see her. The first compliment that changes everything is acknowledging her moral integrity and character. In a world full of people taking shortcuts and acting fake, a woman of substance takes pride in her values. When you say, "I've noticed how you always stay true to your principles, even when it's the harder path," that kind of integrity is rare. You aren't just giving a compliment. You're giving her a mirror to her soul. You're telling her that you see the internal battles she wins every day. This creates an immediate emotional bond because she feels understood on a fundamental level. She realizes you aren't just looking at her face, you're looking at who she is when no one is watching. That recognition is an aphrodisiac for the heart. It makes her feel safe with you because she knows you value the things that actually matter. Next, you have to target her intelligence and decision-making. Women are tired of being underestimated. They are tired of men assuming they are just a pretty face or a supporting character. When you look her in the eyes and say, "The way your mind works is fascinating. I love how you solve that problem. Your perspective is sharper than anyone else I know," you are validating her competence. This hits different. It tells her that you respect her as an equal or even as a superior in some aspects. It builds a bridge of intellectual respect. When a woman feels that a man truly respects her brain, her guard drops. She stops performing and starts connecting. She feels a sense of pride being around you because you make her feel like the smartest version of herself. The third compliment is about the way she makes you feel, the peace factor. Men are often taught to be stoic and cold, but showing vulnerability through a compliment is a power move. Tell her, "The world is chaotic, but when I'm around you, everything just slows down. You have this incredible way of bringing peace into my life." This is massive. It's not about her, it's about her impact on you. This makes her feel essential. It makes her feel like she has a superpower over your emotions. It triggers a nurturing instinct and a sense of belonging. She isn't just a girl you're dating. She becomes your sanctuary. When a woman knows she is your peace, she will do everything in her power to protect that position in your life. Then you must recognize her passion and ambition. Everyone has a fire inside them, something they are working toward. Most people just ask, "How's work?" or "How's school?" Instead, look at the fire in her eyes when she talks about her dreams and say, "Watching you talk about your goals is incredible." That drive you have, it's honestly one of the most attractive things about you. By complimenting her ambition, you are signaling that you are a man who isn't intimidated by her success. You are telling her that you are a teammate, a supporter. You are validating the hustle she puts in when she's tired. This creates a deep psychological anchor. She will associate her highest aspirations with your presence. The fifth compliment is the detail-oriented observation. This is where you prove you are paying attention to the things she does that go unnoticed by the masses. Maybe it's the way she treats a waiter, the way she remembers a small detail about a friend, or a subtle habit she has when she's thinking. Say, "I noticed how you went out of your way to make that person feel comfortable." Most people wouldn't have seen that, but I did. You have a very kind heart. This is lethal because it's specific. Specificity is the difference between a lie and the truth. When you notice the small things, she feels known. There is no deeper human craving than the craving to be known and accepted. Sixth, you have to acknowledge her unique style or vibe. This isn't about her body, it's about her aesthetic and her taste. Instead of "you look good," try, "You have such a unique sense of style." Everything you do, from the way you dress to the way you carry yourself, just feels so intentional and you. You don't look like anyone else. This validates her identity and her creativity. It tells her that she is a one of one, an original. Every woman wants to feel like she is irreplaceable. When you highlight her uniqueness, you are effectively telling her that no other woman can take her place because no one else has her specific vibe. The seventh compliment hits the psychological safety and trust. In a world where dating is often a game of chess, being the man who acknowledges her reliability is huge. Tell her, "I really appreciate how much I can trust your word. When you say you're going to do something, you do it. Having someone as reliable as you in my life means more than you know." This might sound boring to some, but to a high-value woman, this is everything. It builds a foundation of mutual respect. It tells her that you see her as a woman of honor. This encourages her to keep being that person for you, reinforcing a positive feedback loop of trust and intimacy. Finally, the eighth compliment is the subconscious influence. This is the soul compliment. Tell her, "You make me want to be a better version of myself, not because you ask me to, but just by being who you are." This is the ultimate compliment. It's the highest form of praise a man can give a woman. It tells her that her mere existence is a catalyst for growth in your life. It removes the dynamic of pursuer and pursued and replaces it with a deep, spiritual connection. When a woman hears that she has that kind of influence on a man, she doesn't just like him, she becomes emotionally invested in him. She feels a responsibility to stay in his life because she sees the value she brings to his soul. These compliments aren't just words, they are keys. They unlock different chambers of a woman's psychology. But here's the catch. They must be true. If you say these things without meaning them, she will sense the manipulation and she will shut down. You must actually observe her. You must actually care. You must be a man who is grounded enough to see the beauty in the details. When you combine genuine observation with these psychological triggers, you don't just attract her, you captivate her. You become the man who finally saw her when everyone else was just looking. And that, more than anything else, is why she will fall for you. Stop looking for the magic phrase. There is no cheat code to the human heart. There is only the truth. If you want her to fall, you have to be willing to see the parts of her that she's kept hidden from the world. You have to be the one who finally turns the lights on. It's not about winning a game. It's about starting a story. One where she is the masterpiece, and you are the only one who truly knows how to appreciate it. Most men will continue to chase the surface, shouting at the wind, wondering why they are alone. But you now have the tools to speak to her soul. Don't just memorize these lines. Internalize them. Become the kind of man who has the depth to notice these things. Because at the end of the day, a woman doesn't just want a fan. She wants a witness. She wants someone to bear witness to her life, her struggles, and her hidden brilliance. Be that witness. The words are just the beginning. The rest is up to you. Walk away from the surface-level noise. Go deep or don't go at all.